Anthropic just deleted more than 80% of Claude Code's system prompt. Not for a smaller model, for their best ones. And the coding evaluations didn't move. That's the headline. But the lesson underneath is bigger. The instructions that made older models safe are now making better models slower. Writing good context has stopped being about addition. It's about knowing what to take away. When you send Claude a message, your prompt is only a sliver of what it reads. The rest is assembled for you. The system prompt, your skills, Claude.md, memory. That bundle is context. A prompt answers one request. Context has to serve every request you haven't written yet. You're writing instructions without knowing the question. Anthropic read their own transcripts and found the problem. Inside a single request, Claude was being told to leave documentation as appropriate and do not add comments. The system prompt, the skills, and the user were arguing. Claude still works out what you meant, but it spends effort resolving the contradiction instead of doing the work. So here's what changed. 6 shifts. The first, stop giving rules, start trusting judgment. The old system prompt said this. Those rules existed to stop an older model going wrong. But some code genuinely needs a multi-line comment block, and some users do want documentation. So the guidance was wrong a fraction of the time. The replacement is one line. Write code that reads like the surrounding code. Match its comment density, naming, and idiom. It says less, and it's right more often. Second, stop giving examples, start designing interfaces. The old advice was to show Claude how to use a tool, but examples fence the model into the space you demonstrated. Design the parameters instead. A to-do tool whose status is an enumeration, pending, in progress, completed, has already told Claude how it works. Add one constraint, keep a single item in progress, and the behavior is defined. No examples needed. Third, stop putting everything up front. Start using progressive disclosure. Claude Code system prompt used to carry full instructions for code review and verification. Crucial when needed, dead weight the rest of the time. Now they're skills, loaded only when called. Tools work the same way. Some are deferred, so the agent searches for the full definition before using it. More capability, no standing cost. Fourth, stop repeating yourself. Older models needed the same instruction twice and paid more attention to whatever came last. Newer ones don't. So the duplicate guidance came out of the system prompt, and the instruction now lives in one place. The tool's own description. Fifth, memory. You used to press hash to write a note into Claude.md by hand. That's gone. Claude now saves what's relevant on its own, to the work and to you. One less file to curate. Sixth, your references can be richer than a markdown file. Claude handles HTML artifacts. A spec can be a detailed test suite or a function in another codebase to port. And a rubric lets you encode taste, then spin up verifier agents to check work against it. Code beats description, because code is unambiguous. So how do you actually assemble this? 4 layers. The system prompt tells Claude what product it's inside and what it's doing. In Claude Code, you'll probably never touch it, but if you're building your own agent harness, this is where the time goes. Second layer, Claude.md. Keep it light. Say what the repo is for in a sentence, then spend the rest on gotchas. The thing that isn't obvious from reading the file tree. If your types all live in one monolithic file, say so. Don't describe what Claude can see. Third, skills. Think of them as lightweight guides that help Claude find things, not rulebooks that constrain it. Save the hard constraints for the areas that genuinely matter. Split a long skill across several files and use them for what's specific to you, your team, your product. That's the part Claude can't infer. Fourth, references. Mention a file and Claude reads it. A spec, a mock-up, a whole codebase. Prefer code. An HTML mock-up of a design will beat a written description of it or a screenshot every time, which brings us back to that 80%. The instinct is to add more guidance when a model disappoints you. With these models, try the opposite. Delete a constraint. See if the judgment you're paying for shows up. And if you want help, Claude Code ships a doctor command. Run/doctor. It'll go through your skills and your Claude.md and tell you what to cut.